हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, क्या मैं लाइव हूँ, क्या मैं लाइव हूँ, क्या मैं लाइव हूँ? यस यस यस। एक बार देख लेता हूँ क्या मेरी आवाज़ प्रॉपरली आ रही है। हाँ जी, हाँ जी, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत बढ़िया, मेरी आवाज़ तो प्रॉपरली आ रही है। वेल डन। सो हेलो एवरीबॉडी, व्हाट्सअप। मैं हूँ आपका होस्ट एंड आपका दोस्त देव शाह एंड आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू अनदर banging revision session for our CA Intermediate FM September 2025. Till now we have completed 3 chapters. Leverage is done, cost of capital is done, capital structure is done, and from today we are going to start the big and bold investment decisions chapter. One of the most feared chapters. But क्या हमें उसे एक्चुअली डरने की ज़रूरत है? अरे बिल्कुल नहीं यार, है ना। चलो चलो चलो, सो फटाफट से जुड़ जाएंगे सभी लोग। यस यस यस, मैं तब तक ज़रा इसको सेट कर देता हूँ। एक सेकेंड, ऑलमोस्ट डन। एंड ओके, सो ये है आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट का मॉड्यूल। वी विल नीड दिस थिंग एंड फाइनली वी विल नीड सम ब्लैंक नोट्स। सो ज़रा उसे भी हम फटाफट से खोल देते हैं। ग्रेट, चलो ग्रेट 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 ग्रेट। ऑलराइट, सो स्टार्टिंग विद इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजंस चैप्टर नाउ। फर्स्टली सॉरी फॉर द डिले, थोड़ा सा शेड्यूल मेरा ऊपर नीचे हो गया था उस वजह से। एनीवेज, नो इश्यूज नो इश्यूज। नाउ starting with investment decisions chapter, now let me tell you that this chapter is going to take 2 sessions. Okay, 2 sessions ये chapter लेने वाला है. In the very first session which is happening right now, we are going to cover the basics. I mean the revision of the basic concepts. We are also going to cover some important concepts like MIRR, equivalent annual cash flows, and in the second session we are going to cover the big questions. Okay, so since you are going to cover the big questions on the second chapter, I am going. Bye bye. I will see you in the second chapter. I will see you in tomorrow's session. अरे नहीं होए, रुको। सेकेंड सेशन में डायरेक्टली आ रहे हो ना, तो सबसे बड़ी गलती है। बिकॉज इन द मोस्ट रिसेंट अटेम्प्ट इन मे 2025 ICAI हैज टारगेटेड दिस एरिया। अब छोड़ के बताओ। We will come only in this session because we are going to study only the big questions. Okay, but ये समझ के जाना, May 25 में इन्होंने शॉर्ट पे पूछा था. Then if you lose marks in exam, then it is not my fault, है ना. So attending both the sessions is equally important. Okay, चलो. So I hope your books are out. Let us start with this chapter in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. सो अब इन दिस पर्टिकुलर चैप्टर मैंने इस चैप्टर को 3 पार्ट्स में डिवाइड किया है. आई हैव डिवाइडेड दिस चैप्टर इनटू 3 पार्ट्स: स्मॉल क्वेश्चंस, बिग क्वेश्चंस एंड मिसलेनियस कॉन्सेप्ट्स. व्हाट आर वी गोइंग टू रिवाइज एंड सॉल्व टुडे? क्वेश्चंस बेस्ड ऑन स्मॉल क्वेश्चंस एंड द मिसलेनियस कॉन्सेप्ट्स. रेडी? लेट अस गो. द वेरी फर्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट विच वी आर गोइंग टू रिवाइज. अब ना सुनते जाना, जस्ट कीप लिसनिंग. इट इज माई गारंटी दैट आई विल मेक यू एस मार्क्स इन दिस चैप्टर. इस चैप्टर में मैं आपको मार्क्स दिला के रहूंगा. इट्स माई गारंटी. बस सुनते जाना. चलो, द वेरी फर्स्ट कॉन्सेप्ट विच वी आर गोइंग टू रिवाइज इज पे बैक एंड डिस्काउंटेड पे बैक पीरियड. नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट ना इतनी आसानी से डायरेक्टली एक लाइन में रिवाइज करवा दूंगा तो मजा नहीं आएगा. सो आई हैव अ वेरी गुड एग्जाम्पल टू मेक यू ऑल अंडरस्टैंड दिस कॉन्सेप्ट. सो बेसिकली देर इज समथिंग कॉल्ड एज इनिशियल कैश आउटफ्लो and there is something called as cash inflows, right? So what does that concept of payback period state? In how many cash inflows my cash outflow will get repaid? Simple example which I have taken here. Let's say for example, आज मैंने किसी प्रोजेक्ट में 4 लाख रुपए डाले हैं. I have invested 4 lakh rupees in one project today and that project is giving me a cash flow of 1,50,000 in year 1, 1,50,000 in year 2. मतलब return is cash inflow. So 150 in year 1, 150 in year 2, and year 3, year 4 and year 5 I am getting 75,000 per annum. Okay, so मुझे एक बात बताओ, if a project is giving me these returns, in how many years, I repeat, in how many years will I get my 4 lakh rupees back? So how do you calculate? Very, very simple. सबसे पहले तो देखो, in year 1 out of 4 lakh I am getting back 1,50,000. In year 2 or 1,50,000. In year 3 75,000. So can I say out of 4 lakhs for the first 3 years I am getting paid back at the rate rupees 3,75,000. Yes. अब ना what is the main fun in payback period concept? आपका ना कभी भी exactly 3 years या exactly 4 years आंसर आएगा ही नहीं. Your answer will always come in decimals. So a simple approach to solve this is that firstly check where do you think the answer is most accurate or the most closest to your real answer. See, मैं बताता हूँ जैसे out of 3 lakh 1,50,000 in year 1, 1,50,000 in year 2. So out of my initial investment of 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs is getting covered in the first 2 years. Yes. In year 3 75,000. मतलब 4 लाख में से अगर पहले 3 साल में 3,75,000 रिपे हो चुके हैं. So how much time is left? 25 how much payment is left? 25,000 is left. But in year 4 I will again get 75,000. तो ये तो ज़्यादा पे हो जाएगा. मतलब till year 3 I am getting paid 3,75,000 and till the end of year 4 I will be paid 4,50,000. 375 plus 75. But I need only 4 lakhs. मतलब can I say my answer, my exact payback period of 4 lakhs will come somewhere between 3 years and 4 years, because 3 years is short, 4 years is long. So how do you calculate? Simple. See, 3.75 lakhs मतलब 3 years तो confirm ही है, उससे तो ज़्यादा ही लगने वाला है. Now just check year 4 में how much amount of cash inflow you are getting. Can I say 75,000? Yes. And how much I need out of that? 25,000. So in 4th year just put this in fraction. Don't worry अगर ये अभी ना समझे, I will make you solve questions, उसमें आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. Okay, so 3,75,000 plus 25,000 upon 75,000. 4th year में total cash inflow, how much I am getting, out of that how much I need. So you can get the answer over here, that is 3 years plus 25k upon 75k. So 3.33 years or 3 years and 4 months is my payback period. Now how do you convert years into months? Simply multiply by 12. If I multiply 0.33333333 into 12, so I get 3.999. So that I can say is that 4 months. Okay, this was the basic concept of my payback period. Now इसी का एक वेरिएंट है डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड. वन ऑफ द सिंपलेस्ट वेरिएंट्स ओवर हियर इज द डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड विच स्टेट्स व्हाट. सिंपल जो एक चीज स्टेट करता है वो ये है दैट इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्रेजेंट वैल्यू what is going to be my payback period. मतलब सिंपल सी बात है. सी over here these cash flows were in normal terms, like at the end of year 1 1,50,000, in the end of year 2 1,50,000, in the end of year 3 75. सिंपल सा अगर मैं इसको उनके प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर्स के साथ मल्टीप्लाई कर दूं, इफ आई मल्टीप्लाई दीज कैश फ्लोज बाय द प्रेजेंट वैल्यूज, द आंसर्स विच आई गेट आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दोज एज कैश फ्लोज. लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल इन ईयर 1 आई गेट 1,20,000, in year 2 I get 1,10,000. So I will not add 1.5 here. I will add the present value of cash flows and then I will check what is my payback period. Okay, so this is the basic difference between payback and discounted payback period. I hope this particular concept is crystal clear. Next two concepts, I think you know them very well. One is NPV. What is NPV? I don't need to explain you. Present value of cash inflows minus present value of cash outflows. Simple. What do you mean by profitability index? The same formula if I express it in this fraction format. Present value of cash inflows upon present value of cash outflows. Now, profitability index and NPV के बीच में ना there is a very good relationship. एक relationship है. Sir, relationship मेरी हुआ करती थी कभी उसके साथ. ना. I am not talking about your love relationship. I am talking about this relationship. जो तुम्हारी ICI के सक्सेसफुल रिजल्ट के साथ होने वाली है. So please focus over here. Yes. So now very important. See, there is something called as present value of cash outflows. There is something called as present value of cash inflows in your profitability index formula. Now see, if my cash outflows, logical assumption, if my present value of cash outflows is greater than my present value of cash inflows, अगर मेरा outflow inflow से ज़्यादा है, can I say denominator is greater than numerator? Yes, denominator is greater than numerator. So my answer for profitability index is going to come less than 1. My answer is going to come less than 1. Just a minute. Okay, cool. Yes. Similarly, if my present value of cash outflows is less than inflows, matlab my present value of cash inflows is greater than my present value of cash outflows, can I say numerator is greater than denominator? Profitability index ka answer will come more than 1. And if my present value of cash inflows is equal to present value of cash outflows, my profitability index is going to come exactly 1. Simple hai na, numerator और denominator अगर same है तो. Now, what is the relationship with NPV? समझो. If my profitability index is coming -1, what does that mean? अच्छा, this particular thing which I am telling ना, आपके ICI मॉड्यूल में there is a question and in your May 25 exam also there is a question. If you do not know this concept, you won't be able to solve the question. इसलिए कह रहा हूँ, ध्यान दे दो. If my profitability index is less than 1, very very simple. If it is less than 1 मतलब क्या? When denominator is greater than numerator. When my present value of inflows is less than when my present value of cash outflows is greater than inflows, मतलब क्या ना, इसे outflow ज़्यादा है, inflow कम है, NPV is negative. Vice versa, NPV will be positive. मतलब simple. See, if my PI is less than 1, my NPV will be negative. As my PI increases, my NPV will go positive. मतलब profitability index and net present value both have a direct relationship. नोट करके रखना है, MCQ में कभी पूछ सकती है. PI and NPV. PI if it is less than 1, NPV will come negative. PY अगर 1 से ज़्यादा है, NPV पॉजिटिव आएगा. इन दोनों के बीच में क्या है? डायरेक्ट रिलेशनशिप. MCQ के लिए इंपॉर्टेंट है ये. Done. Now, if my present value of cash outflows and inflows both are equal, PI is going to be 1. and सीधी बात है, NPV क्या होता है? Present value of cash inflows minus present value of cash outflows. So if both are equal, my NPV is going to come 0. And this is only possible at one rate, and that is my IRR. Question will mention two rates. See, question will mention two rates. One is the cost of capital and one is the internal rate of return. You have to remember that at internal rate of return, my NPV is going to be 0 and profitability index is going to be exactly 1. In cost of capital, if I discount my cash flows with cost of capital, my NPV can either be positive or it can be negative. My PI can either be greater than 1 or it can be less than 1. But cost of capital pe PI will never be 0. PI will never be 1, NPV will never be 0. Okay, it is only possible in one case, that is the internal rate of return. Now, linking this concept to the next concept, internal rate of return. I think we have already done this in cost of capital chapter. Okay, that rate where my NPV is coming as 0, that rate where my PI is coming as 1 is my IRR. Now, how do you take out? दो rates दिए जाएंगे. Discount the cash flows at both these rates, take out the NPV, then use this formula. Lower percentage plus NPV at lower rate divided by NPV at lower rate minus NPV at high rate into high rate minus low rate. I think यहाँ तक तो काफ़ी चीज़ें basic थी. Okay, great. Okay, now another thing to note over here, this is a very very important thing. देखो, when my discount rate or my cost of capital increases ना, my NPV is going to decrease, and my cost of capital when it decreases, NPV is going to increase. So very important, two very important points. मतलब कहीं पे अगर मिले ना notebook में, and if you get some space in your notebook, just write them. Number 1, my cost of capital and NPV are inversely related. अगर एक चीज को बढ़ाऊंगा तो दूसरी चीज घटेगी. If I decrease the one thing, second thing will increase. So see, cost of capital and NPV are inversely related, and profitability index and NPV are directly related. ये कहीं पे लिख लेना. Cool. So these were the basic concepts. Profitability index is revised, NPV has been revised, IRR has been revised, and now I am going to come and payback period is also revised. Cool. So these were the small concepts. अब एक और concept मैं आपको revise करवाता हूँ, and after that we are going to just solve some question. Okay. Another concept which I want to make you all revise is accounting rate of return. Okay. Now just क्या बोलते हैं उसको, हाँ, खाली एक बार घर पे ना ये कॉन्सेप्ट को एक बार देख लेना. Just have a look at this concept once you go home. ठीक है. There are 3 formulas. You can either take profit after depreciation upon investment in beginning at the beginning multiplied by 100. Second formula is average profit divided by investment in the beginning into 100. And third formula, which mostly according to me shall be used, is average profit upon average investment multiplied by 100. Okay, ये सिर्फ एक बार घर पे देख लेना. Next. Yes, come to this. Now, modified internal rate of return. Speaking of this concept, Institute hasn't asked a lot of questions, but in the most recent attempt, May 25, उन्होंने डाल दिया इस पे question MIRR पे, तो देख लो. Now, MIRR ना रिवाइज कराने के लिए, in order to make you all revise the MIRR concept, I have a simple example. Okay, see. Do you know the meaning of the word reinvestment? What do you mean by reinvestment? Let's say for example, मैंने FD में पैसा डाला. I invested in an FD 100 rupees. Okay, and I am getting interest of rupees 10. FD में मैंने 100 rupees डाला, मुझे इंटरेस्ट मिला उस पर 10 rupees. Now this particular interest ना I got at the end of year 1, but I don't want it now. I want it to compound. So this principal amount plus interest in total of 110 rupees, I will invest it once again, and इस पे मुझे interest मिलेगा at year 2, that is 11. Then let's say for example rupees 121, I will invest it again, I will get interest, invest it again. This is the concept of reinvestment, जहाँ पे आपको जो interest मिल रहा है, जो return मिल रहा है, जो cash inflows which you are getting from a project, you are putting it once again. Now, logical assumption, very logical assumption. Let's say for example, my cost of capital is 3%. मेरा जो discount rate है that is 3%, and I am investing rupees 10 lakhs. Okay, and let's say for example, I have not written over here. Let's say for example, life of the project is 2 years. Simple example, at the beginning I invested 10 lakhs, life is 2 years and COC is 3%. Now, at the end of year 1, what I have got as cash flows is 2 lakhs. 10 lakh invest किया था, सबसे पहले साल में I have got a cash flow of 2 lakhs. Now what I said, I will reinvest it. I will not claim this cash inflow, I will reinvest it. So, for how many years can I reinvest it? देखो, 2 years was the life, out of which 1 year has already been expired, and after that I have got 2 lakh rupees. So can I say अभी तो प्रोजेक्ट में 1 ही साल का लाइफ बचा है. अरे भाई साहब, 2 साल में से 1 साल तो बीत गया, उसके बाद 2 लाख मिला है, तो अब प्रोजेक्ट की लाइफ में बचा ही 1 साल है. तो अगर मैं इस 2 लाख को री इन्वेस्ट कर सकता हूं तो मैं उसको 1 साल के लिए ही और री इन्वेस्ट करूंगा. येस, सो आई विल टेक दिस टू द फ्यूचर वैल्यू. जैसे आप प्रेजेंट वैल्यू में डिवाइड करते हो ना, इन फ्यूचर वैल्यू यू विल जस्ट मल्टीप्लाई इट. 1.03 since my cost of capital is 3%, 1.03 raised to 1. So I will come at 2,06,000. Next, in the next year and in the end of second year, I get cash flow as 3 lakh rupees. 3 लाख रुपए जैसा कैश फ्लो मेरे को मिलता है सेकेंड ईयर के एंड पे. अब इसको तो मैं री इन्वेस्ट कर ही नहीं सकता. वाई? बिकॉज आउट ऑफ द 2 years, कैन आई से ऑल द 2 years हैव बीन एंडेड. 2 साल की प्रोजेक्ट की लाइफ थी, कैन आई से पूरे के पूरे 2 साल खत्म हो गए. उसके बाद 3 लाख का कैश इनफ्लो आया है मेरे पास. सो नाउ प्रोजेक्ट में कुछ इन्वेस्ट करने के लायक बचा ही नहीं है. देयर इज नथिंग, देयर इज नो लाइफ लेफ्ट फॉर विच आई कैन इन्वेस्ट द प्रोजेक्ट. सो आई विल not invest it. So over here it is going to be 1.03 raised to 0, which is 1. Okay, so like that. Future present value से future value पे आप लेके जाओगे. So you are going to get something which is called as future value of cash inflows. Every cash flow you will reinvest it for the remaining life. Every cash flow you will reinvest it for the remaining life, and इसका total is what you are going to get as future value of cash inflows. So now how do you take out modified internal rate of return? Very very simple. Future value of cash inflows is what you have taken right here divided by the total investment. मतलब what is my initial investment? Okay, and just do -1. Now this particular point is different. Okay, पहले आपने future value of cash inflows लिया, you divided it by the total investment. Take nth root where n is the life of the project. In our case, life of the project was 2 years, so I took out the square root. So I got something called as 0.711, and then I will do what? Then I will do -1. So I will get minus 2.8 percentage. Okay, so just ignore the sign. My modified internal rate of return is 2.8 percentage. Now, when does this modified internal rate of return concept come into use? Where the reinvestment rate is different than my cost of capital. Generally ऐसा ही होता है, but it is seen that ICAI has kept the same reinvestment rate as cost of capital. Institute जब भी अलग अलग reinvestment rate देती नहीं है, then this is what we assume. My cost of capital itself is my reinvestment rate. And let me tell you, in May 25 exam they did the same thing. उन्होंने यही इस same assumption पे सवाल पूछा था कि reinvestment rate जो है वो क्या है, मेरे cost of capital से same है, कुछ और रेट उन्होंने दिया नहीं था. So this is exactly the procedure which you have to follow. Okay, now some questions should we solve? Yes boss, let us solve some questions. आराम से जाऊंगा मैं. Since this was the basic concepts revision, let us go to the questions. सबसे पहले मॉड्यूल पे आ जाओ. Let us come to the ICI module. Now in your ICI module, if you look, एक बेसिक इलस्ट्रेशन है विच आई वॉन्ट यू टू ट्राई एट होम. ओके, मैं एक और सम दूसरा यहाँ पे ले रहा हूँ विच इज मोर कंसेप्चुअल एंड विच विल मेक यू मोर कंसेप्चुअली क्लियर. ओके, बट दिस इज अ वेरी बेसिक क्वेश्चन. इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 17. आई थिंक यू शुड ट्राई दिस एट होम. तो इससे मतलब इन दिस सिंगल क्वेश्चन यू विल लर्न हाउ टू फाइंड पे बैक पीरियड, यू विल लर्न हाउ टू फाइंड NPV, you will calculate PI, you will also calculate IRR. सारे कॉन्सेप्ट्स आपके यहाँ पे रिवाइज हो जाएंगे. Okay, so just try this basic question at home. Over here, now I am going to take ICI module practice question number 1. Come. This particular question, I feel it is one of the best questions if you want conceptual clarity about just the basic concepts which I made you revise right now. And this particular question is there on page 7.74 of your ICI module. आ जाओ. Yes, आ जाओ. Let's revise and let's solve this question. चलो, let us begin. Yes sir, let us begin. Following data has been available for a capital project. Annual cash inflows is 1 lakh rupees. And useful life is 4 years. मतलब at the end of year 1 1 लाख, at the end of year 2 1 लाख, year 3 में 1 लाख and year 4 में 1 लाख. Salvage value is 0. मतलब अगर salvage value कुछ होता तो ये होता एक cash inflow. Don't worry, I will cover this concept in revision again. Internal rate of return 12%. IRR मतलब क्या? That in this particular at this particular rate, present value of cash inflows is equals to present value of cash outflow. And profitability index is equals to 1, not 0. देखा, internal rate of return and profitability index is 1.064. now थोड़ा सा अक्कल लगाओ, थोड़ा सा दिमाग लगाओ. when I PI की अगर मैं बात करूँ, so can I say PI is equals to 1 only at the rate of IRR? yes. सिर्फ और सिर्फ जब इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न के बेसिस पे आई टेक आउट माई प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडेक्स, माई आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी 1. yes, but over here see what, but my actual profitability index over here, it is not 1, it is 1.064. what does this mean? can I say that my cost of capital rate is not equal to my IRR rate? मतलब कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल जो है इट इज अ डिफरेंट रेट एंड IRR जो है इट इज अ डिफरेंट रेट. अच्छा, अनदर थिंग, कैन आई से व्हेन माय प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडेक्स इज ग्रेटर देन 1, माय न्यूमरेटर इज ग्रेटर देन माय डिनोमिनेटर. मतलब माय प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश इनफ्लोज इज ग्रेटर देन माय प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश आउटफ्लोज. यस सर, मीन्स कैन आई से एट अ PI ऑफ 1.064 माय NPV विल बी पॉजिटिव. देखा, all the concepts which I made you revise just now सब apply हो रहा है. now what are you required to find is the cost of project. basically they are asking you initial investment, or you can also say that this is your present value of cash outflows. let us do this. so this is your practice question number 1 of the module, whereby they have firstly asked you to calculate initial investment. Now, see, at IRR, what did I tell you? That can I say at IRR, my present value of cash inflows will equal my present value of cash outflows. Yes. अब ध्यान से देखो, I know what is my IRR. I have been given my present value table. साथ ही साथ मेरे पास कैश फ्लोज भी है, मेरे पास लाइफ भी है. मतलब कैन आई से इफ आई डिस्काउंट, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, इफ आई जस्ट डिस्काउंट माई कैश फ्लोज एट IRR, द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लोज का टोटल विच आई विल गेट, इट विल बी इक्वेटिंग टू माई प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश आउटफ्लोज. यस. सो at IRR, present value of cash flows is equals to present value of cash outflows. So what to do? Simply discount my cash flows at IRR. इससे क्या होगा? इसका जो टोटल होगा, it will be my initial investment. Logical and conceptual thing. So just write this. Year 1, 2, 3, 4 cash flows in each and every year. I am getting cash flows of 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh and 1 lakh. बहुत बढ़िया. Now present value factor, I am going to take the present value factors of my internal rate of return. Internal rate of return is 12% and they have already given me the present value factors over here for all the 4 years. So I am going to take present value factor at the rate 12%. What are the present value factors? 0.893, 0.797, 0.712 and 0.636. Now just take out the present value of cash flows or discounted cash flows, and can I say whatever the total will be, it will be my present value of cash inflows is equals to present value of cash outflows because I have discounted them at IRR. So just do it. 1 lakh rupees into 0.893, 89,300. This is how you are supposed to present the answer in exam also. ये exam format में answer लिखवा रहा हूँ आपको. 1 lakh into 0.797. So this is 79,700. 1 lakh into 0.712. So this is 71,200. And 1 lakh 0.636. This is 63,600. So this is 3,03,800. And this is what my initial investment is. Year 1 पे जो मैं initial investment करता हूँ, it is 3,03,800. ठीक है, great. So this is done. Now what they have told you is to take out cost of capital. See, very very important. At cost of capital, now see a very very logical thing. बहुत ही logical चीज बोल रहा हूं मैं आपको, ठीक है. देखो, at cost of my profitability index is what? If I discount my present value of cash inflows at cost of capital divided by my initial investment. Yes. So सबसे पहले I will take out the PVCI, but not when I discount them at IRR, but when I discount them at cost of capital. तो देखो, my actual PI. What is the formula of PI? I will write that first. Present value of cash inflows upon present value of cash outflows. PI, what is given to me in question is 1.064 is equals to present value of cash inflows upon present value of cash outflows. भाई साहब किसी भी रेट पे मैं डिस्काउंट करूँ, इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट विल ऑलवेज बी द सेम. वाई? बिकॉज उसका तो प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर हमेशा 1 ही निकालना है, बिकॉज दैट इज ऑलवेज डन एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट. So whatever present value factor I take, it will always be multiplied by 1 only. So the answer will be 3,03,800 only at no matter what rate I discount. Logic. So यहाँ पर भी even at cost of capital, my present value of cash outflows will be same, 3,03,800. तो अब At cost of capital, if my discount, what are my present value of cash inflows? Janak Ahuja is telling, hello sir, I am new to the channel. How much is the weightage of this chapter? There is a descriptive question which comes for at least 7 to 8 marks. Apart from that, MCQ पे भी आ जाता है question. मतलब bare minimum 70 to 8 marks आप पकड़ ही लो. इस in the entire FM 7 to 8 marks तो bare minimum बोल रहा हूँ. Sometimes it goes to 10 to 12 marks as well. And this is one of the most important chapters of FM. So 3,03,800 को if I multiply with my profitability index, what is my present value of cash inflows? 3,23,243.2. बताओ. And this is my present value of cash inflows when I discount it at my cost of capital. And this is my present value of cash inflows when I discount it at my IRR. So both are different, just in case you get confused. Okay, now cost of capital. Ab sunna. Can I say that if I discount 1 lakh, these 1 lakh, see at cost of capital, if I discount all these cash flows, I should get 3,03,800. Yes. Now what I am going to do is that I am going to use the concept of present value annuity factor. What is this present value of annuity factor? Very very simple. देखो क्या होता है ना, जब भी ऐसे cash flows uniform होते हैं, whenever the cash flows are uniform, आप अलग अलग नहीं करोगे तो भी चलेगा. Just add these all, the summation of all these 4 values, 0.893, 0.797 is present value annuity factor. For one particular year is present value factor. This is present value factor, present value factor, present value factor. But the sum, the total of all this is present value annuity factor. If I just multiply this with 1 lakh, I will get to my this value itself. करके देखना है, देखो 0.893 plus 0.797 plus 0.712 plus 0.636 into 1 lakh if I do 303,800. My answer is matching as well. But ये कब possible है? When is this trick possible? Only and only when all the cash flows remain same. अगर यहाँ पर 1 लाख है, कहीं पे 1,20,000 है, कहीं पे 1,30,000 है, then this trick won't work. Huh? It will only work when your cash flows are same for all the years. So can I say over here that in this case, my NPV is going to be rupees 1 lakh. Rupees 1 lakh multiplied by present value annuity factor. Just a minute. Present value annuity factor at X percentage, because I don't know what is my cost of capital for 4 years. Alright, minus my initial investment of 303,800. Secondly, I also know what my NPV is. देखो, now focusing on this part specifically, NPV तो चलो निकल जाएगा. NPV तो चलो निकल जाएगा, but over here can I say 1 lakh rupees into present value annuity factor of X percentage for 4 years? If I do, I will get this 3,23,243.2. Just a minute. कोई तो स्पैम कर रहा है. Great. Okay, and what is Janak asking? Sir, September 25 is my first attempt. I haven't prepared strategic management much. I am relying more on FM. How much max can I expect from FM? Depends on your preparation, how much you have done. You join कर लो revision batch. It is already in progress. है ना? So you will at least score good in FM. चलो. So 1 lakh rupees into present value annuity factor of X percentage for 4 years is when I get to this. बराबर? So at what percentage if I discuss? तो देखो मेरे पास 4 present value annuity factors possible है. As institute has given me 4 particular rates. एक तो 12% का rate है, वन इज़ 11%, वन इज़ 10%, वन इज़ 9%. किस पे मैं डिस्काउंट करूँ? सो वेरी वेरी सिंपल, चारों के साथ करके देखते हैं. बट सी वन वेरी लॉजिकल थिंग ओवर हियर विच आई वांट टू टेल यू इज दैट, अब समझो, at cost of capital my profitability index is coming as 1.064. मतलब कहने से इफ माई पी आई इज ग्रेटर देन 1 मेरा एनपीवी पॉजिटिव जाएगा. व्हेन विल माई एनपीवी बी पॉजिटिव? व्हेन पीवीसीआई विल बी ग्रेटर देन पीवीसीओ. मतलब कहने से मुझे प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडेक्स को बढ़ाना है. आई वांट टू इंक्रीज माई प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडेक्स. yes, I have increased my profitability index. And what is my IRR? It is 12%. And see, my NPV currently is 0. My NPV currently is 0 and I also want to increase my NPV. 0 से मेरे को NPV पॉजिटिव पे लेके जाना है, NPV बढ़ाना है, तो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल को घटाना पड़ेगा. इनवर्स रिलेशनशिप अभी अभी रिवाइज करवाया. आई वांट टू इंक्रीज माई NPV, सो आई एम गोइंग टू डिक्रीज माई कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. सो कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल नीचे जाएगा. तो चलो सबसे पहले लेट अस ट्राई एट 9%. सबसे नीचा लेट अस ट्राई एट 9%. व्हाट इज माई प्रेजेंट वैल्यू एन्युटी फैक्टर एट 9%? कुछ नहीं करना है. 1 2 3 4 चारों को ऐड कर दो तो 0.917. दिस इज प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर फॉर फर्स्ट ईयर. 842 is factor for second year, 772 is factor for third year and 708 is factor for 4 year. So this is इसका total annuity factor of these four figures is coming as 3.239. So if I multiply 1 lakh into 3.239, I am getting how much? 3 lakhs. Oh, 23,900. Very close. Very close. Very close. Are you CA finalist? Yes. Please focus here. 3,23,900. एकदम क्लोज मेरा आंसर इधर आता है भाई. So, very very simple. What I am going to do over here is that I will say that my cost of capital is 9%. Why? क्योंकि if I increase my cost of capital, अगर मैं अपना cost of capital बढ़ा दूंगा, so my NPV is going to get decrease. In simple terms, if I say if my NPV is decreasing, can I say my initial investment will remain same? Initial investment तो हर rate पे वही रहने वाला है. So अगर मेरा NPV घट रहा है, so can I say there is a contribution of my present value of cash inflows in that? And I don't want to decrease my present value of cash inflows, वरना ये gap और बढ़ जाएगा. हो सकता है कि इफ आई डिस्काउंट इट एट 10%, आई विल गेट माई प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश इनफ्लोज एज लेट्स से 3,10,000. तो ये गैप तो बढ़ गया ना. सो आई विल नॉट ट्राई विद एनी अदर कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल. लॉजिकली मैं इसको 9% ही मान लूंगा. ओके, सो दिस वॉज माई कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल एज 9%. ओके, सो आई जस्ट इरेज द थिंग्स विच आर नॉट रिक्वायर्ड ओवर हियर. Great. And how are you going to write it? At 9% if I discount. Since 9% resembles the required value, the required present value most closely the cost of capital is 9%. Done. So ये मेरा cost of capital हो गया. Now NPV, simple. What is my net present value? NPV is nothing but present value of cash inflows minus present value of cash outflows. Present value of cash inflows कितना है मेरा? Just take this particular value. ये ज़्यादा accurate है. So 323,243.2. 323,243.2 माइनस मेरा इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट 303,800. उतना ही है मेरा NPV. यस, सॉरी उतना ही है मेरा प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश आउटफ्लोस. यस, सो व्हाट इज माय NPV? 323,243.2 minus 303,800. This comes to 19,443.2. Done. Okay, so this was net present value. Now coming towards payback period. Now अभी payback period का क्या मतलब है? Simple. Now let us solve payback period. So this is cost of capital, this is my part C NPV, and this is my part D payback period. Sir, last month is there. I am lacking little bit motivation as I can't sit more than 7 hours. Also, each chapter is taking so long. I will be able to do only 2 revisions properly. Will it be good? Of course it will be good. Revisions आप कर पा रहे हो वही बहुत बड़ी बात है. Not to worry. Also, when I sit for practicing, I get go bored after 1 hour. How can I improve? Solve more, write more. ठीक है? And right now, just focus on this. If you want detailed guidance, Telegram का group का link I will attach once I end this lecture. Kindly connect me there. Okay? Great. Sorry. Next is payback period. Payback period कैसे निकलता है? Very very simple. मैंने बोला ना कि how much time is it taking for my present value of cash inflows? Sorry, not present value of cash inflows. How much time is it taking for my cash inflows to repay my initial investment? So what is my initial investment? Simple. It is 3,03,800. This is done. Yes sir, this is done. Now what is my annual cash inflow? My annual cash inflow is rupees 1 lakh. 1 लाख का मेरा annual cash inflow है. बहुत बढ़िया. So now common sense, can I say I want 3,03,800 in the first 3 years? In 3 years, can I say 1 lakh into 3? 3 lakh rupees will be repaid. Yes sir, 3 लाख रुपये आपका repay हो जाएगा in the very first 3 years. तो अब मैंने क्या बोला था, जितने साल कंफर्म है पहले तो वो लिख लो. 3 years इज कंफर्म्ड, उससे ज़्यादा ही आंसर आएगा. सो व्हाट इज माई पे बैक पीरियड? नाउ सी, 3 years में 3 लाख. एंड द एंड ऑफ 4th year आई विल बी गेटिंग पेड 1 लाख रुपीज मोर. बट 4th year के एंड में तो आई विल गेट 4 lakhs इन टोटल, विच इज मोर देन वॉट आई रिक्वायर. 3 years के एंड में आई विल गेट पेड ओनली 3 लाख रुपीज, विच इज लेस देन व्हाट आई रिक्वायर. सो कैन आई से 3 years एंड 4 years के बीच में कहीं माई पे बैक पीरियड विल कम. सो सी, 3 lakh rupees is confirmed. I mean 3 years is confirmed. Plus in 4th year, how much do I want? Can I say out of 3,03,800, which I actually want, 3 lakh rupees is repaid in the first 3 years. Okay, so 3,800 is what I want. But in the end of year 4 मुझे totality base पे तो 1 lakh मिलेगा. So payback period is 3 years plus the value of this fraction, 3,03,800 minus 3 lakh rupees divided by 1 lakh. So this is coming to 0.038 years. So my payback period is 3.038 years. Done. इसको अगर मंथ्स में करना है, so 0.038 multiplied by 12 if you do, you will get 0.456. So 3 years and 0.456 months, somewhat like that. Okay, चलो तो एक बार हम सारे आंसर्स इसके वेरीफाई कर लेते हैं. प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 आ जाओ. So practice question number 1, have a look at it. My cost of the project, initial investment is 303,800. NPV over here, have a look at, sorry, discounted cash inflows over here is 323,243. And see, they have taken cost of capital as 9% approx. यहाँ पर भी उनका statement देखो. From the discount factor table at discount rate of 90%, cumulative discount factor is 3.239. So approximate 9%. What was my NPV? देखो उन्होंने भी ये approximate नहीं, exact वाला figure लिया है जो इनको यहाँ से मिला है. So this is 19,443.20, which is matching, and payback period over here is 3.038 years. So this particular point is done. This particular question is done. Hello Ajinkya bhai, welcome. Glad to have you here. चलो great. So ये जो है हमारा ये particular चीज हो गया है, छोटे छोटे concepts हो चुके हैं. Okay, now let us take you to a PYQ. Which PYQ? May 25 का PYQ सॉल्व करते हैं. आ जाओ, मजा आएगा. So May 25 PYQ. ऑलमोस्ट दिस एंटायर क्वेश्चन इज सेम, ऑलमोस्ट द एंटायर क्वेश्चन इज सेम, बस उन्होंने वहां पर मॉडिफाइड इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न पूछ लिया है. दे हैव आस्क्ड अस मॉडिफाइड इंटरनल रेट ऑफ रिटर्न. सो लेट अस डू दैट. आ जाओ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3A. I hope this is visible. Yes, it is. Great. So question number 3A is what they have given you all. और इसी के साथ साथ have a look at it. 6 marks का question is this. 6 marks question over here. Loving the way you teach. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Means a lot. Chalo. So let us start this particular question. Following data are given for a capital project. Annual interim cash flows for the first 2 years. पहले 2 साल के लिए एक प्रोजेक्ट मेरे को 1-1 लाख रुपया हर साल का देने वाला है. Annual interim cash flows for the next 2 years. It is going to be 80,000. Useful life 4 years. अब देखो salvage value at the end of the project. मैंने बोला था ना, इन अवर क्वेश्चन सैल्वेज वैल्यू वाज, इन द मॉड्यूल क्वेश्चन सैल्वेज वैल्यू वाज गिवन एज 0. यहाँ पर 50,000 दिया हुआ है. सैल्वेज वैल्यू इज बेसिकली अ कैश इनफ्लो. होता है ना कि मशीन इतने रेट पे डेप्रिशिएट होगा, इतने साल उसके बाद इतने पे बिकेगा. सो वो की उसकी रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू, मतलब एट द एंड ऑफ द मशीन्स डेप्रिशिएबल और एट द एंड ऑफ मशीन्स यूजफुल लाइफ कितने पे वो बिकेगा, एट व्हाट वैल्यू विल इट be sold in the market. So cash inflow, but not initial cash inflow. It will be at the end. It will be at the end. Internal rate of return and cost of capital. मैंने बोला था ना, at internal rate of return my present value of cash inflows will be equal to my present value of cash outflows, and at cost of capital equal नहीं होगा, या तो ज़्यादा होगा या तो कम होगा. What they have asked us to calculate is initial investment. So let us do this. Initial investment. Now see, once again the same logic which we used to solve the module question. At my internal rate of return, can I say मेरा present value of cash inflows मेरे present value of cash outflows के साथ equate कर जाएगा, and मेरे पास IRR का value भी है. What is my internal rate of return? It is 12%. I have my life F 4 years. साथ ही साथ कितने भले लोग हैं देखो, 12% पे they have also given you present value factors, and 12% पे they have also given you present value annuity factors. बहुत बढ़िया, दोनों दिया हुआ है. सो चलो let us calculate the amount of initial investment. So year 1, 2, 3, 4 cash flows. What are the cash flows over here? Simple. For the first 2 years, it is going to be 1 lakh. 1 lakh. And for the next 2 years, it is going to be 80,000. And 80,000. Present value factor. Can I say मैं directly IRR पे ही discount करूँगा? The answer is yes. Directly IRR पे ही आप discount करोगे. So it is going to be 12%. Now, are the cash flows uniform? In the question which we did in module, all the 4-year cash flows were 1 lakh rupees only. But यहाँ पर देखो 2 साल का अलग है, 2 साल का अलग है. So should we go with present value annuity factor का technique? Only go if you know exactly how to solve. But मैं तो यही कहूँगा that use present value factors, because आप इनका solution भी देखोगे ना, even if you have a look at the solution, they have used their present value cash, they have used present value of cash flows. सी प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैश फ्लोज, प्रेजेंट वैल्यू कैश फ्लोज. तो इनको एक कैश फ्लो भी थोड़ा सिंपल नहीं दिखता है ना, सो वो लोग प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ कैश फ्लोज पे ही वो लोग प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर पे ही चले जाते हैं. सो डोंट यूज एन्युटी फैक्टर का टेक्निक ओवर हियर. अच्छा, अनदर थिंग I have considered this. Many students make mistake over here. They forget to take this salvage value. So even this is a cash flow, this is a cash flow, and this is also a cash inflow. Okay, just a minute. Excuse me. So what did I tell you? That at the end of its useful life, I will get my cash inflow. So चौथे साल के end पे I will get 50,000 rupees as my salvage value. Now when you write the present value factors, be very very careful, okay? एक mistake, I'll show you a mistake prone area. वो क्या करेंगे 1 2 3 4 और यहाँ पर फिर से एक बार डिवाइड इक्वल टू करके फिफ्थ ईयर का फैक्टर लिख देंगे. प्लीज हैव अ लुक. दिस बोथ फैक्टर्स आर फॉर फोर्थ ईयर. सो ओवर ईयर चौथे साल का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर विल कम. बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल. In exam, you are solving the paper at a very high speed, so there are chances that you will make mistake over here. ध्यान से. So for the first year it is 0.893. For the second year it is 0.797. For the third year it is 0.712. And for the fourth year it is 0.636. यहाँ पर भी 0.636, यहाँ पर भी 0.636. Just take out the discounted cash flows and over here what you will get is your present value of cash inflows, and this will also be equal to your initial investment. Why? Because you are discounting it at the internal rate of return. So 1 lakh rupees into 0.893, 89,300. 1 lakh rupees into 0.797, 79,700. 80,000 multiplied by 0.712, 56,960. 80,000 into 0.636, 50,880. And 50,000 multiplied by 0.636, 31,800. And this is coming to 3,08,640. So ये आ गया मेरा इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट. देख लेते हैं आंसर इसका. 3,08,640. मेरा कितना आ रहा है? 308,640 प्रॉपर. चलो, सो दिस इज सॉर्टेड. नेक्स्ट व्हाट दे हैव टोल्ड यू टू टेक आउट इज द एनपीवी. एनपीवी. सो अब एनपीवी के लिए व्हाट शुड आई डू? Simple. For NPV, I will have to discount my cash flows at cost of capital and not at discount. So पहले इसको cost of capital पे discount करो. 1 2 3 4 4. I'll just write my cash flows once again over here. फटाफट लिखो मेरे साथ, स्पीड बढ़ेगा. 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 80,000, 80,000 and 50,000. Present value factor. What is my cost of capital? They have already given me that my cost of capital is 10%. तो अभी 10% पे डिस्काउंट करो. Have a look at it. At 10% they have given you the cash flows over here. So 0.909, 0.826, 0.751 and 0.683 two times. Yes, 0.683, 0.683. Great. Now time for discounted cash flows. So over here I will get my present value of cash inflows. Out of this I will reduce my initial investment. What was my initial investment? 308,640. So I will get my NPV. Simple as that. One lakh into 0.909, 90,900. अच्छा, after this question I'll give you a break, okay, not to worry. 1 lakh into 0.826, so 82,600. 80,000 into 0.751, so this is 60080. 54,640. 34,150. So my total comes to 3,22,370. उसमें से my initial investment is 308,640. So this comes to 13,730. NPV देख लेते हैं whether it is right or wrong. Here we go. My NPV comes to 13,730. Matching? Matching. नेक्स्ट व्हाट दे हैव आस्क्ड अस टू फाइंड इज प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी इंडेक्स. ये तो 1 सेकंड का काम है मेरे भाई, 1 सेकंड का काम है. आ जाओ. व्हाट इज पीआई? Profitability index is present value of cash inflows divided by present value of cash outflows. But don't discount this at, मतलब इंस्टीट्यूट का एक्सपेक्टेशन पता है क्या है, दैट यहाँ पर आप कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल वाला निकालो, IRR वाला मत निकालो, बिकॉज इंस्टीट्यूट नोज दैट एट IRR my PI is what 1, बट आप कॉस्ट ऑफ कैपिटल पे डिस्काउंट करके क्या PI आता है वो निकालो. So what is my present value of cash inflows? It is 322,370 and my present value of cash outflows 308,640. So ये आता है 322,370, 308,640, 1.044 times. देख लेते हैं वेदर दिस इज करेक्ट और इनकरेक्ट. ये आ गया मेरा 1.0445 टाइम्स. 1.04448 आता है. दे हैव राउंडेड इट अप टू 4 डिजिट्स. मैंने 3 डिजिट्स पे राउंड अप किया, बाकी आंसर सेम आ रहा है. कूल. सो दिस वन इज ऑल्सो डन. एंड अब फाइनली मेरा आता है डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड. ओके, नो इश्यूज. डिस्काउंटेड पेबैक पीरियड. तो देख लेते हैं. अब what is the difference which I told you between payback and discounted payback? In discounted payback period we will not consider these cash flows. ये हम payback period में consider करते हैं. यहाँ पर आ जाओ, not this one. हाँ, these are the cash flows which we consider in payback period, and these are the cash flows which will be considering in discounted payback period. बाकी पूरा process same है, entire process is same. Just we have to consider the discounted version of cash flows. Okay, very very simple. So what is the amount of my initial investment? The initial investment which I want to recover is 308,640. Now let's have a look at it. What are my cash, what amount is sufficient? Okay, so लेट मी टेल यू. यहाँ पर एक छोटा सा टेबल बनाते हैं. ओके, चलो. सो राइट ईयर कैश फ्लोज, डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज, क्यूम्यूलेटिव डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज 1, 2, 3 एंड 4. जस्ट एक बार डिस्काउंटेड कैश फ्लोज लिख लो. दिस इज 90,900 एंड 82,600. 90,900 82,600. मैं बताता हूँ क्यों, पहले लिखो मेरे साथ खाली. आई टेल यू वाई. 60,080 and just add this both over here. It's fine if you add this both over here. 54,640 plus 34,150. Why? Because you are discount. They have been discounted in the same year. So this is 88,790. Now see, what is this cumulative discounted cash flows? In the first year, out of 308,640, 90,900 is recovered. In the first 2 years, 90,900 is equals to 82,600. Can I say पहले 2 सालों का मिला करके 3,08,640 में से मेरा रिकवर इतना हुआ है 173,500 प्लस 60,800 is 2,34,300. So 3 साल तो कंफर्म है. But if I do plus 88,790, it is coming to 3,23,090. Now analyze this very carefully. अगर मैं 3 साल तक के कैश फ्लोज कंसिडर करूं, if I consider cash flows only for the first 3 years, I am getting 234,300, which is less than what I require. But when I consider the cash flows of all the 4 years, it is coming to 323,090, which is more than what I require. So मेरा आंसर somewhere between year 3 and year 4 आने वाला है. Okay, so see. What is discounted payback period? देखो 3 years तो confirm है, plus how much more do I require? Can I say out of 3,08,640 in the first 3 years मैं already recover कर चुका हूँ 234,300. Yes sir, इतना आप recover कर चुके हो. Divided by this is what you actually need now. This is how much amount you actually need. And what is the total amount which you are getting in year 4? 3,23,090. Simple logic, just solve it, you will get your discounted payback period. So 308,640 minus 234,300 divided by 323,090 plus 3 years, it is coming to 3.23 years. Just have a look at it. Oh, यहाँ पे कुछ अलग ही आ रहा है. Just a minute. Okay, this is 322. इसीलिए गड़बड़ आ रही है. I haven't discounted it correctly. This is 322. So ये भी नीचे जाके 322 हो जाएगा. Now do it. $322, $370 आ रहा है. Just a minute. Okay. 233, 580, 0.751. ये कुछ गड़बड़ हुआ है लगता है. I think I have done some mistake in addition. 173, 500 plus 60,080 is 233, 580. 234 क्यों ले रहा हूँ मैं? इसलिए गड़बड़ आ रहा है. So over here this is wrong. 173, 500 plus 60,080 is 233, 580. And if I add 88, 790 over here, I get to 322, 370. ये proper है. This is proper. So sorry for the correction guys. See, out of 308,640 मैंने रिकवर कितना किया है? 233,580. And in the end of year 3 and during year 4 the total cash flow which I get is this 88,790. यहाँ पर भी आई गेस मैंने 322 लिख दिया था, इसके लिए गड़बड़ आ रहा है. सो 308,640 माइनस 233,580 डिवाइडेड बाई 88,790 plus 3 is coming to 3.845 years. Yes, सही है. एडिशन में गड़बड़ हो गया था, बाकी सब सही था. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो वेरीफाइड. अब सिंपल सी बात है, इफ़ यू वांट टू राइट दिस इन मंथ्स ना, ये 0.85 को 12 के साथ मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, सो यू विल गेट 10 मंथ्स, 10.2 months. So 3 years, 10 months, 4 days approx. ऐसा भी आप लिख सकते हो. Okay, so this was all about my discounted payback period. Now the final part is MIRR. ये लिख लो, then there will be a break of 5 to 10 minutes शांति से, ठीक है? Now it's time for modified internal rate of return. Now what is modified internal rate of return? Simple. मैंने बोला था ना कि सबसे पहले you take your cash flows to the future value. 1, 2, 3 and 4. What are my cash flows? So see, for the first 2 years my cash flows are going to be 1 lakh and 1 lakh. For the third year it is going to be 80,000 and fourth year mein I have 2 cash flows. One is 80,000 and one is 50,000. Can I say I will add both? If I add both I get to 1,30,000 in total. How did I get this? 80k plus 50k. Done. Okay, now reinvest them at cost of capital. What is my cost of capital? 10%. मैंने बोला था ना, generally institute assumes the cost of capital and reinvestment rate as same. यहाँ पर भी in this question as well, institute has not given any reinvestment rate, so हम इसको cost of capital पे हिसाब से same मानेंगे. Okay? Yes. So reinvestment is done at 10% itself. Now see, and future value of cash flows. Now see, just the logic which I made you all revise. I have got this cash flow at the end of year 1. Project की life is 4 years. Life of the project is 4 years. आउट ऑफ विच एट द एंड ऑफ ईयर 1 मेरे को 1 लाख मिला है। अब मुझे बताओ 4 साल में से 1 साल बीत गया और मेरे को 1 लाख मिला, ये 1 लाख में और कितने सालों तक इन्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ? सिर्फ 3 सालों तक और इन्वेस्ट कर सकता हूँ। सो 1.10 रेज टू 3। सिमिलरली दूसरे साल पे जो मेरे को कैश फ्लो मिला है आउट ऑफ 4 ईयर्स, 2 साल हो गए उसके बाद ये कैश फ्लो मिला, इसको 2 और साल तक री इन्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं। सो यू कैन री इन्वेस्ट द कैश फ्लोज ओनली फॉर द रिमेनिंग लाइफ ऑफ द प्रोजेक्ट, only for the remaining life, and at the end of year 3 I can reinvest it for only 1 more year, क्योंकि year 3 के end से year 4 के end तक 1 ही साल है, and ये तो end में मिला है। so this is 1.10 raised to 0। तो अब फ्यूचर वैल्यू निकालो, फ्यूचर वैल्यू फैक्टर निकालो, 1.1 इंटू इक्वल टू 1.1 इंटू 2, so this comes to 1.331, 1.1 into equal to, this comes to 1.21, this comes to 1.1 and this comes to 1, bus just multiply them and here you are going to get your future value of cash inflows। जैसे प्रेजेंट वैल्यू निकालते थे ना वैसे फ्यूचर वैल्यू निकालो। सो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी 1,30,000 इट सेल्फ, 80,000 इंटू 1. एक सेकेंड स्टार्टिंग से करते हैं, 1 lakh मल्टीप्लाइड बाई 1.331, so this is 1,33,100, 1 lakh rupees into 1.21, so this is 1,21,000, 80,000 multiplied by 1.1, so this is 88,000, and 1,30,000 into 1 is 1,30,000 itself, so this is 4,72,100। ये क्या है? दिस इज माई फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ कैश इनफ्लोज। नाउ what is modified internal rate of return? It is nth root of future value of cash inflows divided by my initial investment. What is my initial investment? It is 308,640. 308,640 is my initial investment. इसमें से I will reduce 1। खत्म है? Yes. And by the way n is 4, क्यों? प्रोजेक्ट का लाइफ इज 4 years। तो देख लो 472,100 divided by 308,640, it is 4th root of, just do this 1.53 minus 1। अब किसी भी चीज़ का nth root if you want to take out, मैंने बोला था ना क्या करना है, फर्स्ट स्टेप 13 टाइम्स अंडर रूट करो, -1 करो, डिवाइडेड बाई n, अपने केस में लाइफ इज 4 years, सो आई विल डिवाइडेड बाई 4 प्लस 1 इंटू इक्वल टू 13 टाइम्स। So this is coming to 1.112 minus 1 if I do, I think it is coming to 11.2%. My MIRR, yes, see my MIRR is coming to 11.2%. So this is 0.112 or 11.21 or 11.2% approx। बहुत ही बढ़िया। So my this particular part is also done। Cool? Yes sir, this is done। And also let me tell you that we are done with small questions, and we are done with the small questions, and miscellaneous concepts is also what we are done with। Now after the break हमें क्या करना है एक बार खाली सुन लो। We will do equivalent annual cash flows and I will give you just an introduction to how to solve big sums। बाकी का वी विल डू इन द नेक्स्ट लेक्चर। इतना हम ब्रेक के बाद करेंगे। सो इट्स 8:47, 8:55 तक, चलो नहीं, नॉट 8:55, 8:53 तक लेट अस टेक अ शॉर्ट ब्रेक। जाओ पानी वानी पी लो, फ्रेश हो जाओ। एंड प्लीज लाइक द सेशन यार, प्लीज लाइक द सेशन गाइस। चलो ओके, इट्स अ ब्रेक टिल 8:53 PM। आई विल सी यू लेटर। हाँ जी आ जाइए चलिए चलिए चलिए, थोड़ा सा गाना बजाना हो जाए। हाँ हाँ हाँ, ऐसे मेरे साथ साथ करो ऐसे।
चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 छैया
भाई मेरे को नहीं आता उतना अच्छे से।
छैया छैया चल छैया 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 सारे इश्क की छाँव चल छैया छैया सारे इश्क की छाँव चल छैया पाओ जन्नत चले चल छैया छैया पाओ जन्नत चले चल छैया चल छैया 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 चल छैया 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 चल छैया छैया छैया
चलो आ जाओ अभी, चलो 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 चलो।
वो यार है जो खुशबू की तरह जिसकी जुबान उर्दू की तरह मेरी शाम रात मेरी कायनात वो यार मेरा सैया सैया चल छैया छैया छैया
चलो चलो आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ।
छैया छैया
हाँ भाई चलो 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 चलो। हाँ भाई, आई होप एवरीबडी इज बैक। अब आ जाओ वरना इंस्टीट्यूट एग्जाम में तुम्हारा छैया छैया कर देगी। हाँ, फिर तुम रिजल्ट के वक्त गाओगे मार्क्स गए छैया 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 छैया, मार्क्स गए छैया छैया छैया। तो नहीं करना है तो इधर ध्यान दो। चलो ओके, चलो चलो चलो, लेट्स गो अहेड नाउ। Now, what we are going to do is the concept of equivalent annual cash flows. बड़ा ही सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट है, इट्स नॉट मच ऑफ अ बिग डील, ओके, बट उस पर क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. देर आर गुड क्वेश्चन इन द मॉड्यूल एंड आई पर्सनली फील दैट इंस्टीट्यूट कैन आस्क, क्योंकि दिस इज दैट पर्टिकुलर कॉन्सेप्ट इज अ एरिया. मैं पहले बुक में निकाल देता हूँ ये चीज़. Yes. This particular concept is an area which has not been covered a lot by the institute, okay, in PYQs. But you never know. मतलब MIRR was also one of such areas, but May 25 में they asked a question. Possibly, if they want to do something unique in September 25 attempt, equivalent annual cash flows pay, there can be a question. Okay, and it's not much of a big rocket science concept. It's a very simple concept. ठीक है, सुनो खाली समझ में आ जाएगा. Now, one example is all it takes to make you understand. अब ध्यान से सुनना. Why equivalent annual cash flows? Basically, it is a concept which is used to compare projects with unequal lives. अब ध्यान से सुनना. हम सब ने NPV निकालना सीखा. We all, are comparing the projects on the basis of NPV. If NPV is positive, accept. NPV is negative, reject. Common logic this is. Yes. Now, what if I tell you that there are two projects? One is project A, one is project B. Project A is given an NPV of 1 lakh. Project B is giving an NPV of 2 lakh. आप बोलोगे what's the big deal? Select कर लो project B, but रुको. Here is the twist in the story. Project A has a life of 3 years. Project B has a life of 5 years. Project A has a life of 3 years. Project B has a life of 5 years. Now how will you select? Because project A is giving you short benefits and project B is giving you long benefits. Now let's say for example, this particular scene is actually happening in your factory. How will you go? So you cannot directly say that project B is giving me more NPV, so I will go with project B. नहीं, life का factor भी consider करना पड़ेगा. So what you simply need to do is that, see, take out the present value annuity factor on the basis of life. मतलब जैसे मैं बोलता हूँ, let's say for example the cost of capital over here they haven't given. Let's say cost of capital is let's say 10%. Let's say cost of capital is 10%. Okay, so मैं देखूंगा कि what is the present value annuity factor for the entire project's life. मतलब in this case 3 years, in this case 5 years. What is the present value annuity factor for 3 years at the rate 10%? और वो let's say for example let's say आ रहा है 1.2 and present value annuity factor for 10% at 5 years is coming for example 1.4. So मैं क्या करूंगा पता है? I will divide my NPV with this. सो आई हैव जॉटेड देम डाउन ऑन एनुअल बेसिस. मतलब बेसिकली ये जो एनपीवी है, कहने से पूरे 3 साल में मेरे को मिल रहा है, ये एनपीवी है ये 5 साल में मुझे मिल रहा है. सो पर ईयर बेसिस पे आई हैव टू डिसाइड दैट विच प्रोजेक्ट इज गिविंग मी मोर एनपीवी. नाउ इफ यू हैव अ लुक एट इट, पर ईयर दिस प्रोजेक्ट is giving me 142,857. Per year this project is giving me 83,333. Now sometimes you will be given cost, sometimes you will be given NPV. I'll tell you. Okay, now whatever NPV, now whatever this particular amount you got, treat it as an equivalent annual cost. Treat it as an equivalent annual cost, and जिसका cost कम आता है, make decision on the basis of that. Confused? Not to worry. I will make you solve a question. सब समझ में आ जाएगा. ओके, सो लेट्स से नॉट नेसेसरी कि यहाँ पे एनपीवी दिया जाए. यहाँ पर देयर कैन बी फ्यूचर वैल्यू ऑफ कैश आउटफ्लोज. सॉरी, नॉट फ्यूचर वैल्यू. लेट्स से देयर कैन बी present value of cash outflows also. Present value of cash outflows can also be there. If you divide by life, if you divide by present value annuity factor, you will get annualized cost. हर मशीन का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू की टर्म्स में कितना खर्चा लग रहा है हर साल में. एंड ऑफ कोर्स जिसका खर्चा कम आएगा हम उस मशीन को सिलेक्ट कर लेंगे. Got it? This is the concept. If you have not understood, not to worry. I have a question. उससे आपको पूरा क्लैरिटी मिल जाएगा. आ जाओ. So let us go to your module once again. Here is your module, investment decisions. Come to your practice question number, yes, come to practice question number 6. इस पे आ जाओ. Very simple question, not to worry. Okay, very simple question, not to worry. आ जाओ. See, what have they asked you? ABC Limited is planning to invest in machinery for which it has to make a choice between two identical machines in terms of capacity X and capacity Y. Despite being designed differently, both machines do the same job. दोनों ही मशीन एक ही काम करती है. Further details regarding both the machines are given as follows. Now if you have a look at it, machine X is costing you 15 lakhs and machine Y is costing you 10 lakhs. Okay, but this is, can I say, at day 1. तो ये तो डिस्काउंट होगा नहीं. नेक्स्ट, व्हाट इज द लाइफ? 3 and 2 years. अब देखो, दीज आर अनइक्वल लाइफ्स. एक मशीन का लाइफ 3 साल है, एक मशीन का 2 साल लाइफ है. प्लस व्हाट इज द रनिंग कॉस्ट पर ईयर? 4 lakh and 6 lakh. मतलब दिस मशीन विल कॉस्ट 4 lakh rupees पर ईयर फॉर 3 years and this machine will cost 6 years for 2 years after you purchase it. They have told you that cost of capital is 9%. Present value factors is also given. You are required to identify the machine which the company should buy. So एक बार I will quickly show you the solution and then we will solve this. Okay, see. So what they have told you, simple. But just take the equivalent. What did I tell you? Just divide the NPV, not the cost, but the NPV should be divided with the present value annuity factor. तो देखो, purchase cost is there. They have discounted all the future value cash inflows with the present value annuity factor. Add करके, this is what their NPV is coming. Now there are only cash outflows. There are no future cash inflows. There are only future cash outflows. So here is the total cost, and once you divide it, equivalent annual cash flows. तो आ जाओ, let us solve this as well. तो क्या clarity आ जाएगा दिमाग में. See. So what have they told you? Firstly, write particulars. या रुक जाओ, ऐसे मत लिखो. Write year. Firstly, write machine X. Then write machine Y. In machine X, you write cash flows, present value factor, discounted cash flows. In machine Y, cash flows, present value factor and discounted cash flows. Okay, just do what is written over here. Over here, what have they told you? Over here they have told you that take out your NPV and just divide it by the present value annuity factor for its life. तो सबसे पहले let us take out the NPV. Okay, now over here if you have a look at the purchase cost, so year 0 and year 0 both machines have a purchase cost of 15 lakhs and 10 lakhs respectively. Done. This is going to be 1, so this is going to be 15 lakhs as well. This is going to be 1, so this is going to be 10 lakhs as well. This is done. Yes. Next, see, for year 1, year 2 and year 3. Okay, now in terms of machine X the life is 3 years और ये तीनों साल के लिए it is giving me the cash flow of 4 lakh. 4 lakhs. 4 lakhs. इसके लिए दिस मशीन इज हैज ओनली अ लाइफ ऑफ 2 years और ये मेरे को हर साल 6 लाख दे रहा है. 6 lakhs and 6 lakhs. Done. And this is 0. अब what is the present? Now see, present value factors 0.917, 0.842, 0.772. 0.917, 0.842, and 0.772. Okay, this is done. The answer is yes. बस अब निकाल लो what is my NPV over here. So 4 lakh rupees into 0.917, 366,800. 4 lakh rupees into 0.842, this is 336,800. And 4 lakh rupees into 0.772, this is 308,800. तो इस मशीन का एक तरीके से NPV आया 10,12,400. But this NPV over here, can I say it is present value of cash outflows only? इस पे कुछ इनफ्लो तो है नहीं. So this is present value of cash outflows, on which is और यही मेरा NPV है. Now the same thing, do it over here. This is 10,12,400, right? इसमें I will also add 15 lakhs. So this comes to 25,12,400. Next, 6 lakh rupees into 6 lakh rupees into 0.917. 6 lakh rupees. Okay, what is this? 550,200. 6 lakh into 0.842. So this is 505,200. And यहाँ पर तो कुछ भी नहीं आएगा. So 10,55,400 plus 10 lakhs if I do 20,55,400. Now see, now try to understand what I am telling you. Okay, try to understand. ये सारे कहना से खर्चे ही है यहाँ पर. 15 lakhs is the purchase cost, 4 lakh is the running cost, 10 lakh is the purchase cost, 6 lakh is the running cost. तो यहाँ पे there is no concept of cash inflow. यहाँ पे सारा का सारा cash outflow ही है. Yes. So just take out present value of cash outflows equals to NPV. So यहाँ पर क्या होता है ना, जनरली ये जो NPV है, I'll give you the final clarification over here. जनरली ये जो NPV है ये मेरा present value of cash outflows ही है, because what is the name of the concept? It is equivalent annual cost. तो पहले मैं क्या करूँगा, I will take the total of all the present value of the cash outflows or the cost of the replacement cost and post replacement cost जो भी है, उसके बाद I will simply divide it by my present value annuity factor. Okay, what is my present value annuity factor? Simple, तुम यहाँ पे करोगे 0.917 plus 0.842 plus 0.772, this comes to 2.531. and इसका आता है 1.759. 2 साल का ही है ना. So बस this is A, this is B. I will just divide it and here I come to my equivalent annual cost. So 25,12,400 divided by 25,12,400 divided by 2.531 अगर मैं करूँ, it is coming to 9,92,651. 20,55,400 divided by 1.759 if I do, I come to 11,68,509, sorry 505. सो अब देखो, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इक्विवेलेंट एनुअल कॉस्ट हाउ डू आई सिलेक्ट? सिंपल, ये वाला सिलेक्ट होगा नहीं. आई रिपीट दैट दिस इज कॉस्ट. कॉस्ट मतलब क्या? लोअर द बेटर. सो दिस इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू सिलेक्ट because this is giving me a lower equivalent annual cost. Okay, so I'll just get you to the solution of this. Nothing, कुछ नहीं किया है, simply सारे खर्चों का टोटल, okay, सारे खर्चों का टोटल at its present value divided by the present value of annuity factor is my equivalent annual cash cost. अभी एक और चीज मैं कर देता हूँ, sorry, equivalent annual cost. Now another question I am going to solve so that you will get a greater clarity. And this question we'll just see. Okay, since we are running low on time, we'll just see this. Not to worry. Not this. Yes, come to this question. Question number 12. Now over here you will understand it. आजा. अब देखो, A&M company is contemplating whether to replace an existing machine or to spend money on overhauling it. मतलब क्या तो या तो हम इस मशीन को और आगे बढ़ा सकते हैं एंड ओवरहॉल कर सकते हैं, या फिर हम रिप्लेस करके नया ले लेंगे. A&M company currently pays no taxes. The replacement machine costs rupees 90,000 now and requires maintenance of 10,000 at the end of every year for 8 years. See, very important. If I replace the machine today, the new machine is going to cost me 90,000 plus it will require a maintenance of 10,000. मतलब कहने से these are the costs associated with new machine. And मैंने क्या बोला था? What is equivalent annual cost? जो भी मशीन के टोटल कॉस्ट की प्रेजेंट वैल्यू होती है, it is divided by its present value annuity factor for life. The answer is yes. At the end of 8 years, it will also have a salvage value of 20,000. Include this also in total cost because this is going to be NPV over here. That is what I told you. In case there are only cash outflows related, present value of cash outflows. But in case present value of cash outflows भी है नई मशीन के regarding and present value of cash inflows भी है, then you are going to take NPV and then you are going to divide it. Okay, so the question which we did earlier, only present value of cash outflows were there. The question which we are doing now, outflows भी है, inflows भी है. So whatever cash flows are there, just consider it. Simple. The existing machine requires increasing amounts of maintenance each year and its salvage value falls each year. तो अब देखो, see, at present the existing machine is requiring no maintenance. However, if I sell the existing machine today itself, I will get 40,000. But if I sell it after 1 year, मेरे को एक साल का 10,000 का मेंटेनेंस भरना पड़ेगा एंड उसके बाद उसकी सैलवेज 25 की आएगी. वैसे what happens after 2 years, after 3 years and what happens after 4 years. The opportunity cost of capital for a company is 15%. Now the point is, when should the company replace it machine? When should the company replace the machine? Should I replace it today only? Should I replace it after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years? Okay, so let us go to the solution of this question. आ जाओ. This question I'll just overview. Come to the solution. Now see, very very important. Equivalent annual cost of the new machine. Now what did I tell you? See what is written. Over here, there are cash inflows also related to the new machine, salvage value, and there are cash outflows also related to the new machine. मतलब परचेज कॉस्ट भी है, रनिंग कॉस्ट भी है, सो एनपीवी आ जाएगा. सो सी, what is the cost of new machine now? The question is clear, which said that new machine costs rupees 90,000. So this is at day 1. Next, present value of annual repairs 10,000 per annum का इसका रिपेयर का खर्चा लगेगा अगले 8 साल के लिए, discounted to the present value. Next, what is the present salvage value? This is a cash inflow, so they have reduced it. Okay, so can I say that my NPV is negative 128,335? Because this and this is my present value of cash outflow and this particular value is my present value of cash inflow. So my NPV is coming to 128, 335 negative. Now what is the concept? Clearly states that just divide NPV by the present value annuity factor of its life. So what is the life is 8 years and present value annuity factor was given in the question at cost of capital for 8 years, that was 4.4873. तो इसका equivalent annual cost कितना था? 28,600. Okay, now very important. In normal sum, the sum which we did earlier, उसमें सिर्फ equivalent annual cost निकाल के आप छोड़ देते थे. The sum which we did earlier, you just took out the equivalent annual cost and you left it. Correct. But this is replacement decision. Now a very important line, in case of replacement decision, na, if it is a case of replacement decision, treat equivalent annual cost as a cash flow. I will update these notes, not to worry. In case of replacement decision, treat this as this particular value which you took out as a cash flow. अब should I treat it as a cash inflow or should I treat it as a cash outflow? Sir, cost है. You are paying. Treat it as a cash outflow. Now you answer the question, when should you replace it? See, if I replace it immediately, can I say this EAC? What did I tell you? Replacement decisions में treat it as a cash flow. So अगर मैं replace करता हूँ, can I say this particular equivalent annual cost मेरे को आज ही incur करना पड़ेगा? Yes sir. And 28,600, this into 1 is 28,600. Next, what have they told you? So this is all the these are all the costs of new machine. Okay, सारे नए machine के cost है. Next, what are the costs related to old machine? मैं आज ही machine को बेच रहा हूँ. So can I say with respect to old machine, no maintenance to be incurred? See, they have given you. With respect to the old machine, if you sell it today, there is no maintenance, but yes, you will get a salvage value of 40,000. Yes sir. एक मिनट इसको मैं okay. So this is 40,000 over here. Right? So over here my NPV is coming at 11,400. Now very important, what if I replace it after 1 year? अब मैंने बोला था ना, अगर मैं 1 साल के बाद रिप्लेस करता हूँ, सो ये सारे नए मशीन से रिलेटेड इक्विवेलेंट एनुअल कॉस्ट मुझे 1 साल के बाद से लगना स्टार्ट होंगे. अरे इफ आई रिप्लेस दिस मशीन आफ्टर 1 ईयर, कैन आई से ऑल द कॉस्ट, all the equivalent annual cost of which is related to the new machine, it will start applying on me after the end of 1 year because I am replacing it after 1 year. So 28,600 is after 1 year. And what did I tell you? Treat it like a cash outflow. So cash outflow है, but it is in the future. उसको discount करना पड़ेगा ना present value पे. So it is at present value is 24,822. Next, I am replacing it after 1 year. So boss, 1 साल के लिए पुराने मशीन का मेंटेनेंस लगेगा. सो दैट इज 1 साल के लिए पुराने मशीन का मेंटेनेंस लगेगा ऑफ 10,000. डिस्काउंट दैट कैश आउटफ्लो टू द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू. एंड इफ आई सेल आफ्टर 1 ईयर, इट इज गिवन इन क्वेश्चन 2 years ओल्ड मशीन का सैल्वेज वैल्यू एंड दीज इक्विवेलेंट एनुअल कैश कॉस्ट विल अकर आफ्टर 2 years. सिमिलरली डिड इट फॉर 3 years. इसी तरह से उन्होंने 4 साल में किया है. दे गॉट द एनपीवी वी नेगेटिव इन ऑल द केसेस. सॉरी, हाँ, दे गॉट द नेगेटिव इन ऑल द केसेस एक्सेप्ट when they replace immediately. When they replace immediately, that is the only case जब उनको NPV पॉजिटिव आ रहा है. And now very simple decision, NPV जिसमें सबसे ज़्यादा आ रहा है, you go and select that. So you are going to replace the machine immediately. I hope this particular concept is clear as well. Cool? Yes. Done. Whew. Okay. Great. Now listen to me very carefully, guys. Listen to me very carefully. This was all the basic concepts done. Equivalent annual cost was done. अब I am going to big questions. But big questions की अगर मैं बात करूँ ना, come here. Now when I come to big questions, जब मैं बड़े क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करने पे आता हूँ ना, फर्स्टली आई नीड टू बी वेरी ब्रश्ड अप विद द बेसिक्स. क्योंकि जब तक बेसिक्स क्लियर नहीं होंगे ना, until and unless my basics are not clear, I won't be able to solve big questions. And these are exactly the concepts which you fear the most. ये वही कॉन्सेप्ट है जिससे आपको बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगता है. ओके, सो नाउ जैसे मैंने आपको छोटे कॉन्सेप्ट रिवाइज करवाए ना अच्छी तरह से, डोंट वरी, ट्रस्ट मी, आई विल मेक यू कवर द बिग कॉन्सेप्ट्स एज वेल. ओके भाई, बस वीडियो को लाइक करो, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, शेयर दिस वीडियो विद योर फ्रेंड्स. ओके, ग्रेट. नाउ what are we going to do today? Now see, generally I don't take sessions more than 2 hours long, and so today I won't take the same as well. 15 minutes are left. अब in 15 minutes में ना I am going to make you revise all the cash flows which are involved. एक structure छोटा सा मैं आपको बताऊंगा. A structure I will show you as to how to solve big questions, and from tomorrow we are going to start solving the big questions. Okay, don't worry, PYQs पे I will be more focused, not to worry. So what is for tomorrow? Basic questions, big questions I am going to solve. Okay, it will include case study, it will include descriptive question, it will include case study MCQs, it will include descriptive questions, and apart from that I will also target replacement decisions in the end. And for tomorrow we are going to complete this entire chapter का revision. Okay, चलो, let us begin now. Now listen to me very carefully. आराम से अच्छी तरह से. अरे what is YouTube क्यों खुल गया? आराम से just listen to me. Now, whenever you see that big question ना, सबसे पहले आपको पता होना चाहिए what are the types of cash flows. अब तक तो we have heard that there is only something called as a cash inflow. There is only something called as a cash outflow. इसके अलावा तो हमने कुछ सुना ही नहीं है. हाँ जी सर, बराबर बोल रहे हो आप. So now I am going to tell you what are the types of cash flows. Very, very important. And this is the first step which you are going to do whenever you are solving a big question. Determine what cash inflows and outflows are involved. The first cash inflow and outflow which may be involved is the initial investment. We all know this. Matlab, the amount of investment which I make on day one of the project. I know you know this particular things, but don't leave. सुन के जाओ, because there are a lot of things coming which are important as well. ओके, सो जो इन्वेस्टमेंट मैं किसी प्रोजेक्ट में करता हूँ इन डे वन पे द इन्वेस्टमेंट विच आई मेक, इट इज अ इनिशियल इन्वेस्टमेंट एंड इट इज कैश आउटफ्लो. कूल, दिस इज कैश आउटफ्लो. एंड यस, दिस इज द सेम कैश आउटफ्लो जिसके लिए हम प्रेजेंट वैल्यू फैक्टर हमेशा 1 लेते हैं. कूल, ये तो पता है. नाउ, इज इट पॉसिबल that I have cash outflows in the futures also? Yes, अभी we did the sum of equivalent annual cost. उसमें देखा था ना that running cost is not happening on day one, but it is happening at a future date. So yes, similarly there can also be some future cash outflows which are occurring not on day one but on the future. One of such other future cash flows is additional investment. Let's say for example I want to invest 1 lakh rupees in a project. मेरे को एक प्रोजेक्ट में 1 लाख रुपया डालना है. 50,000 I invested on day 1, 50,000 I invested at the end of year 1. So 50,000 which I invested on day 1, उसका present value factor will be 1 only. Yes sir, it will be 1 only. But the 50,000 which I invested at the end of year 1, उसको मुझे डिस्काउंट करना पड़ेगा ना 1 year के present value factor के साथ. I have to discount that 50,000 which I paid after 1 year to 1 year as per 1 year present value factor. Yes, so investment made at later stages of project also is considered investment, but that is my additional investment and I have to take this cash outflow but at its present value. Very important. Next is savings. काफी बार क्या होता है ना, आपको क्वेश्चन में लाइन दी जाएगी, विल बी गिवन अ लाइन इन द क्वेश्चन व्हाट दैट 50,000 ड्यू टू implementation of this project 50,000 is saved every year. Due to implementation of this project 40,000 is saved every year. Saving, मैंने आपको क्या बोला था, FM का लॉजिक क्या बोलता है, wherever there is a saving it is just like a cash inflow. या फिर आप इसको ऐसे भी बोल सकते हो that savings मतलब sales. वापस से बोलो, जो भी हिंदी में सुन रहे, savings बोले तो sales. In English savings means sales. Savings means sales. How आप revenue को how do you treat it as a cash inflow? रिटर्न को, रेवेन्यू को यू ट्रीटेड एज अ कैश इनफ्लो, राइट. सिमिलरली सेविंग्स को भी ट्रीटेड एज अ कैश इनफ्लो इन सी फैट ऑफ दैट ईयर. सी फैट क्या होता है, आई कम अहेड. ओके, सो दिस वाज सी फैट. नेक्स्ट कम्स अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट. जस्ट अ मिनट. अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट क्या होता है, सिंपल, इट इज द वैल्यू ऑफ नेक्स्ट बेस्ट अल्टरनेटिव. मतलब लेट्स से फॉर एग्जांपल अ प्रोजेक्ट इज गिविंग मी अ रिटर्न ऑफ 1 lakh and a competitive project is also there which is giving me a return of let's say 80,000. So if I invest in a project which is giving me 1 lakh rupees ka return, 80,000 is my opportunity cost. Okay, yes. So how to treat this opportunity cost, वो आपको directly बोल देगा question will directly say you that opportunity cost of this project is 5,000 per year, 10,000 per year. So just treat it as a cash outflow in the year such opportunity cost is incurred. Such opportunity cost is incurred. Cool? Yes. But once again, you are treating that particular opportunity cost in that year's cash flow. Let's say for example there is an opportunity cost जो 2 साल के बाद हो रहा है, तो उसको भी तो डिस्काउंट करना पड़ेगा. हाँ जी सर, उसको भी डिस्काउंट करना पड़ेगा. सो मेक इट. नेक्स्ट इज अ संक कॉस्ट. नाउ संक कॉस्ट का बेस्ट एग्जांपल विच ICAI आई थिंक हैज आल्सो टेस्टेड इन PYQ इज रिसर्च एंड डेवलपमेंट. ऐसा करके दे देगा that before starting the project I did a research of 50,000 and then I decided that out of 2 machines I will purchase machine X. Now मुझे एक बात बताओ, मैंने रिसर्च की, I did the research, that's when I came to know ना that there are 2 machines available in the market. Now irrespective of whatever machine I purchase, वो खर्चा तो मैंने डिसीजन लेने से पहले इंकर कर दिया. See, we have to do what? We have to take that cash flows, those cash flows which will be occurring after I take a decision. Let's say for example machine X is giving me 5,000, machine Y is giving me 10,000. Try to understand. Machine X is giving me 10k, machine Y is giving me 5k. So if I decide to take machine X, then only I will get 10k. If I decide to take machine X, I will get 5k. If I decide to take machine Y, I will get 10k or whatever it was. But irrespective of whatever machine I take, इसके मशीन के डिसीजन लेने से पहले ही जो खर्चा मेरा हो चुका है उसको भाई वो रिवर्स होने वाला है? बिल्कुल नहीं. सो इट इज कॉल्ड एज संक कॉस्ट. जो कॉस्ट डिसीजन लेने से पहले ही इग्नोर कर दिया है. हाउ टू डू दिस? हाउ टू डील विद दिस? जस्ट इग्नोर इट लाइक योर क्रश इग्नोर्स यू. सर वंस अगेन यू आर गेटिंग पर्सनल. फिर से पर्सनल हो रहे हो यार आप? हैं जी, बता दो, फिर से पर्सनल हो रहे हो यार आप? वरना तुमको याद कहाँ रहता है? हैं एग्जाम में तो तू सब भूल के आते हो. ये एग्जाम में क्रश याद आएगी ना तो याद आएगा. क्रश, संक कॉस्ट, इग्नोर, फोकस ऑन पेपर. हाँ, सो संक कॉस्ट इज व्हाट? इट इज अ कॉस्ट विच इज ऑलरेडी इनकर्ड, जस्ट इग्नोर इट. नेक्स्ट, डेप्रीसिएशन. बहुत ही सिंपल है. इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर कैश फ्लो आफ्टर टैक्सेस. नाउ if depreciation is asked on SLM basis, simple thing just like you do in accounts, cost minus salvage value is equals to useful life. Now what about WDV method? WDV method पे depreciation calculate करना is not difficult. पता नहीं लोगों ने इतना difficult क्यों बना के रखा. It is not that difficult. Simple. Just do like you do in income tax. For those who have already given group 1 or they have studied group 1, in income tax there is a section 32 depreciation, जहाँ पर आप block calculation करते हो. You calculate block of assets like opening. See, I have given this reference over here. Same thing you have to do. Opening WDV plus whatever purchases you have made at cost, whatever sale proceeds are there at selling price, then it is closing WDV. Now at every year's closing WDV you will charge depreciation. And also remember, closing WDV of current year minus depreciation of current year will give you opening WDV of next year. Then repeat. नेक्स्ट ईयर में कितने परचेजेस माइनस सेल्स, सो नेक्स्ट ईयर का क्लोजिंग WDV, उस पर डेप्रीसिएशन गया. देन थर्ड ईयर का ओपनिंग WDV, देन कितना परचेजेस, सेल्स, डेप्रीसिएशन, परचेजेस, सेल्स, डेप्रीसिएशन, जस्ट कीप ऑन गोइंग. दिस इज हाउ द WDV सिस्टम वर्क्स. सो कभी भी ये पूछे ना दैट देर आर ब्लॉक ऑफ एसेट्स एंड यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट डेप्रीसिएशन ऑन WDV बेसिस, नॉट टू गेट कंफ्यूज. बस ये WDV कैलकुलेट करना है, उस पर डेप्रीसिएशन कैलकुलेट करना है. डोंट वरी, आई विल मेक यू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन. ओके, क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कराऊंगा, नॉट टू वरी. हाँ, नेक्स्ट इज कैपिटल गेन एंड लॉसेस. जनरली वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सी, जनरली इन क्वेश्चन capital gains tax is not given, so very important over here. Wait a minute. Have I written somewhere this thing or not? No, I have not written. I think so I have not written that thing. So just write it. Only apply this when capital gain tax rate is given. मतलब question should say specifically that apart from the normal tax rate of 30%, capital gains tax is 15%, it is 10%. काफी बार क्या होता है, what normally happens, question gives you a tax rate of 30% and you calculate capital gain on that rate only. No, that is wrong. Normal tax rate is different, capital gain ka tax rate is different. If question does not specifically say, question should specifically mention the words कि भाई capital gain tax it's at this much. अगर ये statement ना मिले, just ignore this concept. But if question mentions that capital gain tax is this much, then how do you calculate capital gain? अरे simple ना. What was the sale value of the assets? Minus at what value did you purchase the asset? Now generally you compare the difference between book value and selling price. Simple. आज अगर मैं 10 रुपए की इन्वेंट्री को 15 रुपीज में बेचता हूं, what is the profit? It is 5 rupees. Simple, simple, simple as that. So if let's say for example, what is the book value? WDV. Let's say out of opening, let's say for example, there was certain asset which was having a WDV of 12,000 and that asset was sold at 15,000. So what is my capital gain in this case? 3,000. उस पे आप टैक्स अप्लाई करके कैपिटल गेन्स टैक्स आएगा. नाउ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वेदर टू ट्रीट दिस एज अ कैश इनफ्लो और यू ट्रीट दिस एज अ कैश आउटफ्लो. Whether you treat this as a cash inflow or you treat this as a cash outflow, very very simple. If my capital gains tax is coming, matlab if I am having a capital gain, then it will be a cash outflow, because on capital gain I have to pay tax. But if my capital loss is coming, matlab agar mera capital gain bach jata hai, matlab if there is a capital loss, see in capital gain, simply remember, in capital gain I have to pay tax, so it is cash outflow. When it comes to capital loss, मतलब my book value is greater than sale proceeds, can I say I don't have to pay tax? तो tax बच रहा है. So simple, capital loss पे apply the tax rate and whatever figure you are getting, treat it as a cash inflow. Like I told you, because on capital gains I had saved tax. समझो इस चीज को, capital gain पे मैंने tax बचाया है and मैंने आपको अभी ऊपर क्या बोला कि savings को आप sales की तरह मानो. Treat as for savings as for sales, वैसे ट्रीट करो. सो कैपिटल लॉस के केस में कैपिटल लॉस इनटू कैपिटल गेन टैक्स रेट इज इक्वल्स टू कैपिटल गेन्स टैक्स सेव्ड. सो दैट इज अ कैश इनफ्लो इन द रेलेवेंट ईयर. नेक्स्ट इज वर्किंग कैपिटल. सिंपल, व्हाट इज वर्किंग कैपिटल? करंट एसेट्स माइनस करंट लाइबिलिटी. सिंपल सी बात है. कैश आउटफ्लो इन द ईयर इन्वेस्टेड. नाउ देखो, हर प्रोजेक्ट में ना देयर इज सम ऑपरेशनल थिंग्स रिक्वायर्ड. हर प्रोजेक्ट, कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट ऐसे नहीं चलता. एवरी प्रोजेक्ट रिक्वायर्स funding for labor on a regular basis. Laborers need daily wages and all that thing. So for that, working capital needs to be invested. So cash outflow in the year in which it is invested. Let's say for example, this is my cash. This is my entire amount of cash. Okay, and this is the project in which I want to invest. So this is the project. This is my cash. I invested some amount of my money into this project. So can I say money is flowing out? This is cash outflow. And once my project is ready, I will take my funds back. So once it is repaid by the project to me, it is my cash inflow. So जिस साल मैंने इन्वेस्ट किया मेरे लिए कैश आउटफ्लो है. जिस साल मेरे को पैसा वापस मिल गया, वर्किंग कैपिटल रिलीज हो जाता है, दिस साल इट इज अ कैश इनफ्लो फॉर मी. ओके, सो दीज वर ऑल द टाइप्स ऑफ कैश फ्लोज. प्लीज घर पे एक बार रिवाइज करके आना ये चीज, या फिर वीडियो एक बार फिर से देख लेना. नेक्स्ट, कैलकुलेट एनुअल सी फैट. सर आप बार बार बोल रहे हो सेविंग्स को यू टेक इट अंडर सी फैट, है ना, डेप्रिसिएशन को यू टेक इट अंडर सी फैट. व्हाट इज सी फैट? यू नो इनकम स्टेटमेंट. यस सर, वी नो इनकम स्टेटमेंट. उसमें आप प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स निकालो एंड जस्ट ऐड बैक नॉन कैश एक्सपेंसेस एंड डेप्रिसिएशन. बस, दैट्स इट. सो फर्स्ट आई आइडेंटिफाइड ऑल द कैश फ्लोज, then I took out this particular annual CFAT. What is annual CFAT? Simple, profit after taxes plus depreciation and non-cash expenses. That is my annual CFAT. Now simple सी बात है, ये सब जाने दो. Now take the cash flows of like the big cash flows, like initial investment is there, working capital is there. Take all those cash flows, take your annual CFAT, put them in NPV table and calculate the NPV. Question solved. Ha. बताओ, मजा आया? Yes. So now for all those who have purchased revision राजधानी, एक और चीज़ बोलूँगा मैं मेरे भाई, यहाँ पर है ना कुछ मैंने इंक्रीमेंटल अप्रोच भी लिखा है. प्लीज़ इग्नोर दिस इन टुडेज क्लास, वी विल कवर दिस इन नेक्स्ट सेशन. इसी के अलावा इसी के अलावा देर इज अनदर कॉन्सेप्ट दैट इज रिप्लेसमेंट डिसीजंस. प्लीज इग्नोर दैट एज वेल. वी विल कवर दैट इन टुमारोज क्लास. ओके, ग्रेट 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 ग्रेट. All right, all right, all right. And with this, we have ended today's session. भाई साहब, I hope मजा आ गया होगा. तो देखो, मैंने क्या प्रॉमिस किया था आपको आज. मैंने क्या प्रॉमिस किया था आपको आज. Come here. What did I promise you today? That I will cover all the small questions. Done. I mean, I will cover all the small question concepts with the revision and the questions. Done. We also did May 25. I will cover some miscellaneous concepts like equivalent annual cost was there, modified internal rate of return is there, done. Accounting rate of return is there, done. Big questions ka I will give you a basic intro of how to solve, done. Today's agenda is complete. अब आपको बस इतना करना है. आज हमने जो भी रिवाइज किया है, whatever we have revised today in the class, just go home and recoup it once. एक बार देख लेना, especially what this the thing which I showed you regarding this, because अगर आज ये रिवाइज नहीं किया तो कल के सेशन में आने की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है, बिकॉज कल का सेशन समझेगा ही नहीं, बिकॉज कल के सेशन का बेस मैंने आज के सेशन में कवर किया है. द बेस फॉर टुमारो सेशन विच इज एक्चुअली रिक्वायर्ड फॉर स्कोरिंग मार्क्स इन इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजंस, द एसेंस वॉज इन टूडेज सेशन. सो इफ यू आर नॉट इवन वॉचिंग इट लाइव, रिकॉर्डेड देख लेना. प्लीज वॉच इट रिकॉर्डेड इफ यू आर एब्सेंट इन टूडेज सेशन. ओके, चलो चलो चलो. सो आई विल सी यू गाइज इन द नेक्स्ट सेशन. Guys, please like karna, do like, share, and please subscribe the channel for more such content. I will be covering my next session very very soon. Till then, bye bye, take care, keep studying, and do stay in touch. I am attaching the Telegram group link in the comment section just now. चलो, bye bye, जाओ पढ़ाई करो, take care. अच्छे खासे व्यूज आए आज, आए ना.